All right, hit him with the intro. All right, y'all. We're back in the lab. We're back in the studio. Captain's Law podcast and YouTube show. I'm your host, Robert Marbury. This is my co-host.
What's going on? It's your boy, Rick Snipe. What up?
Ain't too much, man. Hey, look, we're glad y'all came down here and, you know what I'm saying, chimed in with us, gave us a little bit of y'all time tonight, man. We promise to keep it short, but I be telling you a damn lie. So we're going to be talking. Hey, look, the topic is self-explanatory. We talking sports and we talking Rona. If that's what you're here for, then cool, stay. If that's what you ain't here for, you should stay anyway because we funny.
Wear your mask.
Hey, we had a couple people that was really repeating that. I know that's somebody's shit, but I think we just made it cool. So as always, wear your mask. W-E-R.
Wear
E.
Your mask.
I know I said it wrong. I did it for a reason.
Mask.
Anyway, man, how was your week, man? I know it's Monday, but I still ask.
Man, it was good, man. Busy with work and stuff. Stuff is fluctuating with the whole COVID thing about max telework, 25%, so on and so forth. I had military duty this weekend too, so our plans and our training changed. We went from in person to virtual, so it was just busy, but it was good. How was yours?
Same shit, man. Monday is supposed to be an off day, bro, but Monday be like, I might as well be working. I spend majority of the day running errands. So, but you got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, man. So sports, man, we're going to start with the NFL. A lot of shit happened over the weekend. A lot of playoff implications. A lot of teams made it. A lot of teams didn't. But of course, I got to start with the Washington football team. Now, just want to get this disclaimer. I am a free agent. I did have the game playing on my laptop while I was playing PlayStation, Call of Duty. Shout out to the squad.
Yep.
But I just happened to watch it, and I mean, they handled their business. They beat the Giants 22-7. Antonio Gibson, huge game, 151 yards, second 1,000-yard season. Good look to him. McLaurin had some good little catches. Yeah, Bobby McCain had the pick six. They did what they were supposed to do against a team that only won 4 games. So still not impressed, you know what I'm saying? You're still not getting me back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to work hard to get me back. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're gonna have to win. Only way to get me back next year is if they win 10 games.
10.
I need 10 games, bro.
10 games.
I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot. I'm asking for 10 games, COVID or not, injury or not, quarterback or not, O-line or not, coach or not. I'm asking for 10 games.
10.
You know what I'm saying? What you think? Am I asking too much?
I think they'll give you a good 8.
Bro, that's the problem. That's the problem.
They'll give you a good 8.
We always give them 8 games, bro. Like, I don't want. Listen, we've been 7-9, 7-9, 6-10, 8-8. Bro, we always finish mid-pack. That's why we don't ever really get nobody out the draft unless we trade up our lives for it.
Yeah, but I agree though. Like, 10's not too much to ask. Yeah. I mean,
games,
but I'm not a free agent. I'm loyal to the bones. So regardless, if we go 0-16,
don't you fucking judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm not saying anything. You said that.
Anyway, so I'm a free agent. You know what I'm saying? I do want to note, though, for everybody out here, because it seems like everybody always shitting on the football team. I do want to note how many teams either did equivalent or did worse than us. So I got a little list I wrote down, you know what I'm saying, for y'all out here who be talking shit.
There you go.
So Broncos finished 7-10. Giants, of course, 4-13. Jaguars, 3-14. Texans, 4-13. Lions, 3-13-1. Bears, 6-11. Jets 4-13, Seahawks 7-10, Falcons 7-10, Panthers 5-12, and a notable Baltimore Ravens finished 8-9. There's about 3 or 4 other teams that finished. So we're really not that bad. So my thing is, I will say that, is it an improvement from last year? I will ask you, is it an improvement from last year?
No, I don't think so. Even though we got new staff, the whole 9, I think it's still the same. But I mean, not blaming it on COVID, not making no excuses, but I mean, we had people that were injured, key people that was injured. We had people that had a buzz in the beginning. Well, last year that didn't have a buzz this year. I don't know what happened. I'm not on the field. I'm not in Ashburn in the training center. Just fucking win. That's all I'm asking.
That's every year, though. That's what I say. Every year it's the same shit. You get a new coach, and I just think the only thing we haven't switched is the owner. The people want a new owner. The people want a new stadium. Don't nobody want to go to
new
FedEx.
Stadium for what?
I don't know, bro. Listen, we are dead last in attendance in the NFL. How is that possible? And we finished mid-pack.
But the fucking stadium ain't gonna make it a difference.
Listen, whatever you got to do to get them asses in the seats, you're gonna have to do something.
You're gonna have to win fucking games.
Gotta win games too.
You gotta win games to get people in the seats,
bro.
Us moving a location ain't gonna change. Trust me. I live by the stadium. The Dallas game, it was packed. I had people parking in my fucking neighborhood. That's a 10-minute, 15-minute walk. So if we're winning, the seats are going to get filled. That's all I'm saying. We don't need a new stadium. What you going to take RFK back over? And then what you going to do with that one?
I don't give a shit. They can make it a fucking racetrack for all I care. But the people want the stadium. They want it back in the city, man. Get the people what they want. You got this name reveal going on. Listen, y'all changing the name is not going to get me back. You understand me? And then what crazy thing is, dog, they just announced this shit like a couple days ago. They was doing the name. You had Doug Williams did a little spiffy video, tight face ass. You know, Washington, they about football, so I think they gonna love this. And then not even 24 hours later, you get a picture of the fucking head of operations that says fucking Commanders right on the shit, clear as day. Come on, bro. Like
so the leak, right? So with that being said, is it safe to say that the Washington football team's name is going to be the Washington Commanders? Do you think that's what it is, or do you think that's some trolling shit?
I heard it was turn that joint in front of you. I heard it could be either the Commanders or the Admirals. I mean, it really don't make me no difference. I mean, we were called the football team, and I didn't give a shit. So it's like, if you call us the Commanders, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not going to make no difference.
I mean, the Red Wolves, I hate it good now. The Red Wolves would have been like the best one, but they couldn't get that one. I think that's the one that everybody wanted that, and you could have still kept the R. Like, you wouldn't really have to make no changes. But no, we couldn't keep that. So if it's the Commanders or the Admirals, I'm cool with either one. I just want to see what the logo look like. The logo is what's going to get me. If the logo looking crazy, I don't know if I can.
You think they're going to change the uniforms?
They already, I mean, no, they added some little stars and shit on it, something like that. They're not doing nothing crazy. The color's going to be the same.
The colors are going to be the same, but the uniforms, like the design of the uniform,
they're going to change it up a little bit.
I seen some concept shit, and the shit looks fire.
I think it's going to be fire. Like you remember back in the day, like they had that little shit on Facebook where they would say every team would look like this if they
yeah.
I'm getting the feeling it's going to be something like that. I mean, that might be that little spark you need to, you know what I'm saying, to get motherfuckers back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, where they at. But as far as anything else, man, I mean, we just have to wait till February 2nd, 2022.
Yeah, we'll see.
We have to wait, man.
I don't care at this point. Like, yeah, they won. You should have been doing that shit all season. Fuck out of here.
All right, okay. I'm with you. So, man, I know we late, man, but I gotta put my 2 cents in, man. Hold on, let's check the comments real quick. D-Lo said, "Turn up HTTC." That's not going. That ain't flowy. The R was everything.
Yeah, you can't held
HTTC.
Held to the command. No. What's the new song gonna be? The team song.
I don't know. They come up with
it. To the Commanders.
Put back out up there. Let G go a little freestyle real quick. You know what I'm saying? He'll put it together.
Nah, they probably put Wale on that shit.
Negative. So this Antonio Brown shit, man. I know we got to it late, but I just got to put my 2 cents on it. You know, I'm all for quitting your job. I'm all for that. It's okay to quit your job, but it's like the manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he could have, for whatever reason, he say he was hurt, which he clearly couldn't have been hurt if this nigga skipping off the field, jumping around and shit. Man. Now, if the coach say, well, I'm not getting my catch, he say, get the fuck out of here. Maybe the coach couldn't have said that. That's fine. But I'm like, bro, like, you could have literally just walked off the field, bro. You could have just hit the sideline and gone, but you wanted to make a statement and you wanted to, you know what I'm saying, make the shit, you know, make it loud and proud, like everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? And now you trend on the news. Shannon was getting in his ass, bro.
Oh, yeah, you know, Uncle.
You know, Uncle was getting in his ass. And
getting his ass.
But you know what they try to say? They try to say, oh, well, Uncle always picking on the black players. Nah, bro. Like,
nah. He keep it 100.
Like, no, he keep it 100. Like, between the fake vaccination card, between the filming in the locker room with the Steelers, between the shit that was going on with the Raiders. Come on, bro. Like, you always on some shit, bro. So don't expect for people to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And then he was in a podcast shortly after, and he was saying all type of shit. We talking about Tom Brady can't do shit by himself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, this nigga making music videos. He hanging out with Fabulous and them.
He came that joke with a Diddy joke. He was in
he all over the fucking place, dog. So my question to you, is he getting picked up by another team?
No, hell no. He's done. And the reason why I say that, it's a lot of teams. There's only so much people can tolerate, right? So he was complaining about the money that he was making and him playing hurt. There's a whole bunch of shit behind it, right? Whatever the reason is, you gotta take it from this. You came on the team as a high-risk player.
Yeah.
AKA drama queen, right? With the bullshit and the allegations and all that prior to, I'm pretty sure he pretty much said that Tom Brady is the general manager for the Buccaneers and he got him on there. I get that. But at the end of the day, right, you got to understand the perception that is perceived of you as a player and a professional prior to you coming to that team. So with that being said, you're coming on as a high risk. Now, everybody's going to look at that and look at how you dealt with the situation, how you're handling it now, and they're going to think about it. Should we bring him on this team, and are we going to do yada yada yada? Me personally, I think he's hit that point that T.O. hit when he left for good, and I think that's it. I think he's done. I don't think nobody's picking him up.
I agree, dog, because if you look at it, man, it's a lot of players. Your T.O.s, your Ocho Cincos, you know what I mean, who just...
And it's always wide receivers. I was surprised that Cam, it's always wide receivers. T.O., Randy Moss, who else?
They be burning out, bro.
Fucking Antonio Brown. Like, I'm surprised that the goddamn the Panthers picked Cam back up.
Shit. I mean, he better than who they had, and they still losing games.
And they're still right. So
yeah,
that's my piece.
So do you think the CTE has something to do with it, or you just think he's just genuinely a fucking jackass?
Both.
When I was looking at it on Twitter, dog, and somebody had posted that hit, I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, that hit was so hard to me that, like, I felt like his motherfucking head could have came off his shoulders, bro. Not even on no joking shit.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, bro, like, he was like legitimately fucked up. And I mean, he has been kind of acting ever since then, but I just think that's just his personality too. Like,
yeah.
When I was watching Hard Knocks and it was the Raiders, and he was on there talking wild too. Like, man, they got me feeling like I'm the enemy of the fucking state and all this on here. And I'm like, damn, bro, like you really John like saying anything out here. But I wish the best to him, bro. But yeah, at first I said, Josh Gordon got them popped for weed like 30 times and they picked him up. But he wasn't doing no like wild rambunctious shit like that. Nigga just smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So is he gonna get picked up? I'd be surprised, but you never know when a team injured in a motherfucker and they need a motherfucking playmaker.
There may be like at the end of the tunnel. We got some viewers saying that they think he might get picked up. Me personally, I don't think he's gonna get picked up. I'm big on perception, right? And no matter what happens, everybody previously that had drama, they've never walked off midfield. That's like extreme.
That's extreme, bro.
And then what makes it worse, they were losing when he walked off. But then when by the time the game ended, they won. So what does that say?
They don't need him.
Say less. Next slide.
You got it. All right. Okay. All right. You got it. All right. So, man, real quick, man, we're going to get into some basketball, and then we're going to move on to the Rona.
Basketball.
So, my beloved Wizards, my team that I'll never leave you.
You won't leave them, but
no, I won't.
You'll leave
if they lose Bradley Beal in the offseason, I don't know. We might have another conversation. But they won last night, man. Rui came back. Rui looking healthy. I mean, he had a couple of little buckets, man. Like I said, I personally don't see how it works. And I'm watching Kuz go 20 for 20. You know what I'm saying? 20 buckets, 20 rebounds. I'm like, bro, like
Kuz went ham.
I'm like, bro, that supposed to be you, Rui. You know what I'm saying? That supposed to be you right there. And it's just like, and now they trying to pick up, what's it, Jeremy Grant they trying to get him from Detroit. Bro, they all play the same position. How you gonna do that?
They do. So so the thing about it is, so you got Rui, and then we also got fucking Bryant back, right? Bryant is going to have to compete. Like he's going to have to compete for time, play time.
Well, Bryant
and that position with
Gafford.
sorry, Rui, with Gafford. But
Trez.
Rui's going to have to compete with Kuzma.
Bro, Rui's play time is going to be significantly decreased.
Yeah,
and if they pick up
especially
Jeremy
if
Grant,
Kuzma keeps going the way he's going right now.
Exactly. And if you pick up Jeremy Grant, like he's a starter, bro. So it's like, where are you going to put him at? Are you going to move him to a center? He's a forward, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's a forward. So now you got 3 or 4 people. You already got him. You got Kisper. What's Kisper? The 3/4? Like what? How all these? You got Bertans. How all these people gonna fit? First of all, I hope they getting ready to get rid of Bertans.
But so I think Rui only has to compete with Kuzma, but Bryant has to compete with Harold and Gafford.
But no.
But Harold is to me is a good scorer, but Gafford is probably one of the best defenders on the team.
Gafford's the best defender, and he's giving you buckets. So
he is
to me, he is solidified as a starter.
They got their work cut out for them. They got to put out some work. So I mean, best of luck to him. You know, Rui had some personal stuff going on, and Bryant, you know, he had his ACL injury. So you know, hopefully they come back strong. But both of them coming back, I think that's what the Wizards need.
That's what they're going to need for the stretch. We're going to need for the All-Star stretch.
And then on top of that, you know, one thing that we struggle with is scoring points on transition. So hopefully that works. You know what I mean? And we have a better season next year.
I'm interested. Shit, we still got a second half. If they could put something together by the second half, we're still gonna go to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there. We may not go number 4 or 5 like I picture, but I think that we can go anywhere between at the best 5 and at the lowest 7. I'm gonna give it that. I mean,
I give you that.
That's enough to,
I give you that.
to still play a team that may not, you know what I'm saying, get you out of the way. But I think we can do that. But and then you got an all-star joint coming up. Brad Beal's numbers is low. I actually saw this coming because, you know, when the season first started, he was having to share the ball, which is you know what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't taking as many shots. He wasn't going for 40 every game. But then shit started fucking falling apart. And now he's going back for 30 or 40 every game. Now, does he deserve to go? I mean, I think he's still at least a reserve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But has his play been like last year? Absolutely not.
No, hell no.
Not even close. Even though he's been putting up damn near 30 the last couple of games.
I mean, he averages 30 points a game down there. So
he close. About 29.
29. I mean, but even still, like he's probably one of the top scorers, right, in his position in the league. So we're not taking that from him. But he had, you know, based on how the season went and how shit played off, I mean, it's the fan votes for the most part.
Exactly.
Right?
And at the end of the day, they got to vote
look who he's competing against. Not knocking that Brandon, that Beal is trash, but look who he's competing against. So, I mean, he has his work cut out for him. The team didn't make it any easier for him. I mean, I understand why he's mad because, you know, I can't question somebody else's worth, but I mean, I get it.
Okay. All right, man. So moving on to the Rona, man. I just want to send another special shout out to you out there, Rona, for ruining my life for about 2 weeks. Actually, the whole house because we couldn't do shit. You was fucked up too.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
Mask. I'm wearing a mask in the house. Just want to let y'all know that I hate you. But go ahead.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, Rona put a damper on Rona fucked us up for Christmas
and New Year's.
Yeah, Rona's fucked us up big time. So, and I had every fucking symptom that CDC has in the book, and it hit me like a fucking Mack truck. Like, I tested positive on the 19th of December. I started feeling it on the 18th. I was out back chopping some wood for some firewood and shit, and came in the house and laid down. I don't do no shit like that. And wifey already knew something was wrong. Shout out to wifey. You know, she's always, you know,
great
staying
wife.
staying on top of me, making and picking up on signs. Laid down. I woke up the next morning. I was fucked up. And then everything after that, it went downhill from there. I'm talking about from trying to get tested to trying to combat the symptoms and then trying to keep myself, you know, me and a wife, because my wife she was tested positive too, trying to keep ourselves isolated from each other and then from the kids. And then, Christmas came and we couldn't fucking, do our normal Christmas thing and shit. That shit was horrible, bro. That shit was horrible.
And that was your first time getting it?
That was my first time getting it. Hopefully in my last. And this is the thing, like when I found out that I tested positive for COVID, I was pissed. Like I was literally pissed. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I fucking shed a tear because I was fucking livid because I'm not outside like everybody else. Like I'm in the fucking house. Like I'm at work and I'm in the house. When I'm at work, I have 2 masks on. I'm washing my hands and I don't take my shit off unless I am outside or am I eating. And then when I eat, I'm isolated. So the only place that I could have caught it from was from work. So it's just like, what the fuck? So I was pissed. And, my wife, being who she is, she was like, hey, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. I was just irritated. Like I felt like fucking Cuba Gooding Jr. and goddamn, damn, why is the fucking movie leaving me right now? Fuck.
Cuba was sick in the movie?
No, he wasn't sick in the movie, but fucking
I thought you were somebody
Boys in the Hood.
Oh.
When he came in the joint and started swinging and shit. Yeah, like that's how I felt, bro. Like I was pissed. And I was like, damn. So then now I'm like, damn, we got to quarantine. It was like, well, you got to quarantine until January 28th. And I'm like, fucking Christmas? And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like I couldn't taste I didn't eat. I was in the bed for 3.5 days. Miserable as shit. I had the body aches. I had the chills. I had the damn fever. I had the cough, the digestion, the diarrhea, no vomiting. I had every fucking symptom in the book. And what makes it worse is like, yes, I am fully vaccinated. I did not get my booster. I was in the process of scheduling it. But even still, like that shit just fucked me up, bro. And then I was worried about the girls. We got high-risk family members. So I'm like, what the, you know what I mean? So it was just rough, bro. Yeah. How was yours? Your shit was mild?
Fuck. Well, you gotta think I had it twice. Shout out to Core. What's happening? You gotta think
Bill.
I caught COVID before it was COVID. This is when that nigga was just
wifey felt the same way too, because like in November she had pretty much had everything that I had, but it was a little bit worse. And she was down for like 5 days. And then, as we think about shit, she was like, you know what? I think I had that shit before we even knew what the fuck was going on. So no, I agree.
So I won't get into it when I had it the first time. I would just say I was fucked up for about 5 or 6 weeks. But literally this recent time I had it, I just got my booster. You know what I'm saying? I just got my motherfucking flu shot. You know what I mean? Whammy. I was already back up. So I was like, I'm good out here, man. I'm invincible. And my wife tests positive for the shit. And, I'm all up in the white face because, I'll be up in white face, all up in the face. Give me your face. Give me your face, boo. And literally, I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm barking like shit. And she was looking at me like, next thing you know.
It wasn't the normal bark that you had.
No, that shit was rough, nigga. That shit like I was coughing up glass, bro. And literally, bro, next thing you know, we go get some little at-home joints. I'm thinking we good. I'm like, man, we about to go out somewhere. And I test positive. So literally, my wife and my son tested positive. You know what I'm saying? And then once they didn't have it no more, me and my daughter tested positive. So we both in here with the glass cough. You know what I'm saying? And we couldn't do shit. And, we supposed to went out of town.
Yeah, I remember y'all.
We couldn't go nowhere. And I told my man, he was like, well, you sure? I was like, bro, I'm not about to bring that shit to your house. You know what I'm saying? So stay home. And we literally like just tested negative a couple, over the past week. And I was like, we can't stay in the house another week. And we got to find some at-home tests. Listen, for those who don't think them at-home tests work, them shits work. You know what I'm saying? I found out I had it through an at-home test, and I found out I didn't have it through an at-home test. And I still went to my doctor to get tested, waiting on them results. But I'm like, look, I'm negative. You know what I'm saying? I feel fucking great. I would definitely say it sucks, and it fucks everything up. It's bad enough we already quarantined. It's fucking snowing outside, and then you sick. Like, all we in this joint doing is drinking and eating comfort food. So it definitely fucking sucked. But go ahead.
This motherfucker said you need to drink some water from the African well. Then you're vaccinated for life. Shout out to Wallet. But yeah, man, that shit was wild. But the biggest thing is like, how do you feel that the state is handling this shit right now?
Well,
keep it a buck.
I definitely want to say that I understand the aspect of money. So I get, the first time we shut everything down, bro, like they was giving out, all these little care packages to everybody who had small businesses and all this. And I know they took a huge hit on that, and we probably in the fucking hole. So I understand.
The United States is always in the hole.
We always in the hole, but
trillions of dollars. If you're not aware.
So I understand it in the aspect of they like,
fucking
man,
decades.
They like, man, we can't really just shut shit down again. But I think they did right by the school shit. As much as I will walk in incoming traffic before I fucking sit through virtual school. But they did the right thing, man. But that was just one county. Montgomery County just fucking shut the shit down. This was after they had like 10,000 cases. So I'm just like, man, wild. As much as we don't want to, bro, like we gotta probably shut it down, bro. Like it's just like you look at sports and you got all these teams, players, coaches, you know what I'm saying, going down for COVID protocol. And then it's like some teams are not taking advantage, but they're benefiting from that shit. Well, ain't nobody on our team got it, so we just gonna blow y'all the fuck out, or we gonna win the football game, or hockey, or whatever. Like, so it's really not fair. And then it's like you got these jobs, a lot of shit is remote, but I just think they should have shut shit down. They should have just be like, hey, shut it down. And we already in the hole, so shit, they can keep digging. That's what I think.
I'm on the fence. And the reason why I say I'm on the fence, because I deal with the shutdown, or I deal with coronavirus on multiple spectrums, from work, whether it's my civilian job or in the military, and then also my businesses as well. And everybody's handling it different. But when it comes to the state of Maryland handling it, right, and the school system, at least for PG County, I can only speak for it from experience. When the shit first started kicking off, like, my daughter was texting my wife and I, like midday at school, and was like, Dad, they just sent the whole 6th grade home. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck you mean they sent the whole 6th grade home? 30 minutes later, somebody, like 4 people in my class tested positive. We was like, oh, what the hell is going on? And then, like, all this stuff started happening. But the thing about it, what pissed me off most about Prince George's County Public Schools, not how they handle it. It was just communication. Like, my daughter was relaying all the information to us, and she was getting the official emails with the letterheads and all that shit to her email address. Like she's in college. She's in fucking middle school.
They ain't telling you shit.
But ain't telling the parents shit. And then what pissed me off even more, 30 minutes before she's released for the day, they told her she can't get on the bus. So, like, what if, I wasn't working at home, or wifey wasn't home, and we couldn't get to her? Like, what the? So that's what pissed me off the most. And then, the way that the state's handling it, I can't really knock them, right? Because they don't really know what the fuck to do or what's going on. Like, and even from that aspect, like me being on the military side, like I have to adapt to what the current situation is. So, like, Fort Meade just changed their health protection levels. So I gotta reduce and all my manning and change my training and all that based off that HP con. So I understand the nuances of dealing with it, but you would think that somebody above the state, right, whether it's CDC or whatever, is providing them more clear guidance. Because now it's to the point that people feel that CDC isn't even giving clear guidance. Yeah. So, like, this whole 14-day to 5-day shit is crazy, because I was in the bed pretty much for 5 days. Yeah. So it was just like, come on, man, like, we got to do better.
But that's why I get back to that point where I say, man, it's about money at that aspect.
Yeah, I feel it's about money.
Pass me the wine. It's like, bro, like, if you just keep letting these motherfuckers, people not going to these businesses, and you telling people to stay away, bro. I mean, you already had a good amount of these motherfuckers shut down. Just imagine, like, you shut all the way the fuck down, and it's bad enough. That's just, bro. We went in the grocery store, dog. And like, we wasn't shit in that joint, bro. It wasn't no motherfucker. We went in the medicine aisle, bro. Oh, it wasn't even no motherfucking, what they call them, throat lozenges. It wasn't none of them shits in there. It wasn't no holes. It wasn't no lozenges in that joint, bro. Come on, dog. It wasn't shit in there.
What's crazy is, like, 2 weeks ago, right? So when right before we tested positive for COVID, we stay with fucking Theraflu, NyQuil, Dayquil. We stayed with that shit in the house, right? So, and then the weather kept fluctuating, right? That's another thing. The weather keeps changing, so you don't know if people just got sinus, congestion or colds or whatever the fuck, or coronavirus. People don't fucking know. So, wifey sent me on a store run. I was like, hey, she was like, hey, just get me some Theraflu with NyQuil. They had nothing in the fucking shop. Like, I'm talking about Wegmans.
Nothing.
Wegmans had nothing. Like, the entire colds and flu section was empty. Then wifey went to the grocery store last week. It was no fucking lunch meat. It wasn't no fucking bread. It wasn't no damn juice. It was like, all right, here we go. The fucking toilet paper's about to be next. So it's just like, come on, man. Like, we got to get this shit together,
bro.
bro.
We went to the store. We try to get the kids their little essentials. Their motherfucking nuggets, french fries, fish sticks and shit. Nigga, I had to pick up some motherfucking turkey nuggets, nigga. Are you serious?
Turkey nuggets?
You ever had a turkey nugget?
Nah, I never had a turkey nugget.
That shit probably bland as shit, boy. I'm gonna have to put some seasoning all in them shits or something. But like, there was nothing in the stores. Now it's okay. Now I think that was a combination between that and the snowstorm.
Yeah, that
we were very unprepared, bro. We just don't be prepared for shit, do we? You know the snow coming, you know.
And you in the store last minute,
and motherfuckers in the store the day of, motherfuckers sliding in and out the parking lot to try to get food for some shit you should have known. But
yeah.
I don't know, bro. I know them kids ain't going back to school though.
Nah, so and the thing about it, it's still issues going on. So like my daughter, all three of my daughters, like their teachers either are not showing up, not saying that they're just like, oh, I'm not going to show up today, but they're sick. They're not coming in because, either they feel sick or they think they feel like they have symptoms or whatever. So then like it's just different. Like now, one thing that I did find out, because I had a conversation, I made a post on Facebook a couple days ago, when I think it was last Friday, when it was still kind of snow. Everybody was closed, but PG County was still open. And it was good, some conversation, it was good debate back and forth inside that post I posted on Facebook. But one thing that I did find out is that every county handles it different, which I expect, but I didn't know to this level. So Anne Arundel County, they hired teachers specifically for virtual learning.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. But PG County, their teachers are doing both. Anne Arundel County, their teachers are not allowed to do both.
They ain't paying no extra money either.
So with that being said, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Right, so you're not stressing your teachers out, right? But then on top of that, teachers already feel like they're underpaid.
But when do you put that out though? Like you just like, we about to shut down, so we need to hire some teachers, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how Anne Arundel came with that. It was
were they already hired before this shit? Like, how does that work?
So I think when the shit started popping off, Anne Arundel County went through this thing and started hiring, these virtual teachers or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was one of my track parents. She had made a comment and said that Anne Arundel County, this is how they're handling it. But then again, you got to take everything else into consideration, right? About the virtual school or whatever. A lot of these schools in PG County are still fucked up. They haven't been renovated. They haven't been updated. The kids didn't have AC during fucking the summertime, but then now all of a sudden they got max ventilation in the fucking school. That shit's not fucking happening. Get the fuck out.
Let's read some of the comments. Benton Johnson, shout out to Bent. Said, my wife and kids had the Rona a week after Christmas. For some reason, I was untouched. Then he said, we in Charles County, and my daughters went back to school today. Didn't know that. Keith Goofy ass said, man, wrap this up. Shout out to Chizzy. And
fuck you, Chizzy.
Bent said, this is why Anne Arundel County is a better school system. It's the money.
Yeah. It's the money, but then PG County is what? Listed as what?
One of the richest black counties.
Don't even give me that's like a whole nother fucking conversation. Don't even get me started on PG County and the money and these fucking casinos we have. Anyway,
we'll save that for another conversation.
Next slide.
What else you got?
Other than that, man, as far as the coronavirus thing, man, the only thing that I ask, right? I think everybody I don't think they understand the second and third order effects when it comes to that shit, right? So I'm not telling people to not go out and enjoy yourself and stay in the fucking house and not do anything, but just be conscious of what you're doing, right? And how it affects other people, because it's not just you. So if you're out, you at the fucking hookah bar and so on and so forth, and you ain't got no fucking mask on, but then you come home and you live with other family members, and then they get sick and they may be asymptomatic, and then they fucking take that shit to work. Like, that's how this shit's spreading right now. So just be conscious of you know what you're doing and your actions, and try to be as safe as possible. Me, I'm a homebody anyway. So, and people don't believe that, but yes, I am a homebody that's in the house for the most part, because I'm either teleworking or I'm at work and I'm not doing nothing, or in the video games. So, or shooting, and I'm in my own little booth and own little world in that jump. But other than that, man, just be conscious, man. And then, other than that, unless you want to end the show now or keep talking.
Listen, I just want y'all to stay home and just listen to us. You know what I'm saying? we can be y'all evening news. You know what I'm saying?
Evening news.
Rob and Rick evening news. I'm just bullshitting with y'all, man. We do want y'all to be safe, man. We do. We want to get back outside and all that, but y'all need to leave them motherfucking Sunday brunches at Barcode. Y'all need to leave all that shit alone, man, until this shit boil over.
Because we're in a soft shutdown right now, and nobody knows. CDC doesn't know. World Health Organization, WHO doesn't know, right? But then you got, what's the word on the street is where we got 2 new variants coming out, right? That's already out right now.
Rona
and Deltacron.
Deltacron.
Come on, man.
Who coming up with this, bro?
These shit sound like Transformers now.
Somebody on Twitter.
Somebody lying.
Shit, bro.
So, I mean, with anything, right? If you don't know biology, and nephew was on here a couple weeks ago and he told y'all that viruses mutate and the whole thing. So please make sure you fucking check that episode out. But they do mutate and they adapt. So it happens. So unless there's a fix it all be all, like we're going to continue to be in this thing, like it might. We're going to be like China with wearing masks every fucking day.
Bro, go ahead and get your motherfucking home gyms together, bro, because that's where we're going to be at, man. But let's get the comments. Comments say, Keith said it's all about money. I agree. Ben said PG County equals rich black. Anne Arundel equals a lot more rich white. And Keith said
that's a good point. Who said that?
Yeah, Keith said. No, my man Black said that.
That was a good point, Black. That was a good point.
Keith said this is a form of population control. People not ready to talk about that shit. And he
population control how?
And he said they got pills now. I heard they got pills.
They got pills. I can't remember if FDA approved them or not, but I heard they do have pills and shit out. So I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out.
As much as I want to say I ain't taking shit else because I just got all this, I was only sick for a couple of days. I went from being sick for 6 weeks to like 6 days. So I'm going to keep taking whatever they got.
I mean, I have no choice. The Army's going to fucking inject me with whatever the fuck is out there, or tell me I have to get it regardless. But
yeah,
I mean it. I'm not going to say it is what it is, but I'm going to adapt to whatever the situation is and do what I got to do to make sure my family's safe at the end of the day, regardless. So.
Absolutely.
If y'all got any questions, man, we got a lot of people in here watching. So if y'all got any questions, please post them in the comments. We'll definitely answer. We're almost towards the end of it, so we want to make sure that we answer all questions that we're seeing in the comments and make sure we didn't miss anything. Or if you just want to say anything, please feel free to do that. But
go ahead and hit them with the motivation.
All right, so this is my inspirational quote for the day, right? So the quote is, living consciously involves being genuine. It involves listening and responding to others honest and openly. It involves being in the moment. Sidney Poitier, rest in peace. Rest in peace to Sidney Poitier. Fucking Bob Saget passed today.
I know, man.
Shit, wow, man. Like, we're losing a lot. Like, we done lost John Madden, Betty White, Sidney Poitier, and Bob Saget all within like the past 2 weeks.
They be like this every year. I also got an inspirational quote for y'all asses too. And this was written by me.
Spit that shit.
When I'm in the parking lot, when I pull in the grocery store parking lot and I park in the back, don't fucking park next to me.
How is that an inspirational quote?
You understand me? I'm going to just start taking 2 spaces. I mean, at this point, I might as well just walk to the store. I'm sorry, this is just a little grub. I wanted to get that out.
No, that's fine.
But we're going to wrap it up, though, man.
I got a dad joke.
You got that? Oh, God.
I got a dad joke. I'm the king of dad jokes. If you
it better be fucking funny.
It is funny. I guarantee you'll laugh.
Go ahead.
And some of y'all probably already seen this, right? So if you've seen it, I want you to respond in the comments. What is the name of 2 guys hanging above a window? He's laughing already. I didn't even finish.
I don't know. I just know it's gonna be something stupid.
What is the name of the two guys hanging above a window? I'll pause here for 15 seconds to see if anybody answers. I'm already getting laugh emojis in Facebook Live right now. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
I ain't got nothing.
You ain't got a guess?
What you got?
Curtain rod.
Fucking cornball.
Oh my gosh, I'm lightheaded.
Fucking corny. That shit corny, bro. You talk about my laugh, goddamn.
Hey, bro, that shit's funny. What do you call a broke goldfish?
I don't want to hear nothing else.
It's my last one.
It's my last one.
It's my last one. What do you call a broke goldfish?
What?
A bronze fish. All right, I'm done. All
right. Hey, look, man. Again, man, thank y'all for listening, man. Make sure y'all share, subscribe, support, tell somebody, man.
Please.
We are nothing without y'all. All right? Captain out.